Do you inspire or are you just an inspiration? I know, it seems like a crazy question, right? And we go hear speakers and they tell us about these amazing things they do. They climb Mount Everest, they jump out of airplanes, they survive volcano eruptions. It's just incredible to sit back and listen for 30, 45, 60 minutes to people and their amazing adventures. And the better a storyteller they are, the more we tell them we love them. Oh, you're such an inspiration. But there's a difference between them being an inspiration and then them inspiring you. And it could be the same stories, but it's in the telling that makes a difference. If I listen to somebody tell me how they climbed Mount Everest, but they talk about what they learned along the way, maybe what they learned to get them there in the first place from other parts of their life, how they used what they learned in terms of tactics and ideas, and how those can be applied to my normal, boring life, then not only can I be inspired by them as an inspiration, I can be inspired by them as an inspiration for me. It's such a fine line. I know it sounds confusing, but just because I think you were a great speaker and told me great stories doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to go out with anything valuable or useful that is going to change the way I approach my life. But your incredibly inspiring story can do that for me if you use it correctly, if you tell it correctly. And sometimes we can't get far enough away from our own stories to make that work. Sometimes, yeah, we need a coach. We need someone to help us dig down and find out how our stories can actually help the regular person in our audience. And that way we can be both an inspiration and an inspiration. And when you're both, you're going to have an effect on your audience. You're going to have long lasting impact. And if you're a professional, uh, let's just say they're going to pay you a little bit more, or maybe a lot more, and a lot more often. So think about that, if nothing else. No, I didn't just say that. Think about your audience, if nothing else. Because no matter how good they tell you you are, unless they take what you say with them, you aren't as good as they say.